Hey, what's going on, people? My name is Terrell Andretti, and I'm the Narc's Nemesis. For those of y'all that are watching me on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. That helps YouTube's algorithm pick up this content and push it out to more people that need it. Somebody liked it for you, so make sure you like it for somebody. If you need a one-on-one phone session, the link is in the description. If you want to donate to the channel, the link is also in the description. Um, I got a new single out called Superstition. Y'all make sure y'all check it out. It is available on all streaming platforms, and it is available here on the channel along with the performance video here on the channel. It is about my narcissistic experience and overcoming it. And it also features a voicemail of my ex-narc trying to hoover me, and I ain't going for it. Today I want to talk to y'all about trauma. Trauma will keep you from moving forward if you don't address it. Of course, we all know this is a traumatic experience. It's probably unlike any experience you ever have or ever will experience in your life. That's why it's important to understand the measures and the depths that you have to go to diffuse this thing and conquer this trauma. Because a lot of times what we will do is we will let the trauma bond that we have to the last person that we were with, which is the ex-narc or whatever, or anybody. It doesn't even have to be them. It can be anybody that you're trauma bonded with. And that bond, which is built on chaos, built on deceit, built on manipulation, built on lies, built on control, that will keep you from the person that'll give you all those things that you're being deprived of. That trauma will keep you, let's say you meet somebody and, they're they're a great person. And, this is somebody you can see yourself being with. But you're still bonded to that other person because the trauma is familiar. And humans are lazy by nature, so if it's familiar, they'll go that way versus, okay, well, I got to do something different. Because familiar is comfortable. So going into this new relationship or new situation, whatever it is, it's scary because it's unknown. It's scary because you don't know what to expect. It's scary because you don't know the ending. It's scary because you don't know that person's habits. You don't know their triggers. You don't know how they're going to treat you. Based on, however much time y'all been together or whatever the case is. And you look back at this other person who's put you through some shit and then some. They done lied to you, gaslit you, cheated on you, destroyed your confidence, destroyed your character, destroyed your self-esteem. They done destroyed your goals, your dreams. They done even destroyed how you see yourself. But because it's familiar, because you're used to fighting with them, you're used to arguing with them, you're used to their attitude, you're used to being torn down, built up, and torn down again. You're used to them knowing your family. You're used to them cursing you out, arguing with you, embarrassing you. It's familiar. And it's become oddly comfortable over the years, months, or decades, whatever. That familiarity will keep you from a great person. It'll keep you from a great situation. It'll keep you from your goals. Because one thing is for sure, you cannot live in the past and the present at the same time. A lot of y'all are wondering, why haven't I prospered in life? A lot of y'all are wondering, why do I keep repeating the same cycles? A lot of y'all are wondering, why do I keep meeting the same person in a different body? Why can't I go forward? Why does it seem like the same outcome always happens? It's because you're still attached to your trauma. And the trauma doesn't even have to be the ex-narcissist. The trauma can be whatever happened to you in childhood. The trauma can be the situation with your parents. The trauma can be something that you've never forgiven yourself for. And the thing is, a lot of our families, they don't address trauma, especially in the black community. We think mental health is a joke. Not me, but just speaking as a collective. We don't take mental health seriously. So it ends up waterfalling down generation to generation to generation to generation, and it never gets fixed, and it becomes a norm in the family. It becomes a norm in the bloodline, and it actually becomes a curse within its own in the bloodline. That needs to be broken. It's so much happiness. It's so much peace. It's so much God. There's so much learning on the other side of your trauma. And I know it can be scary. I know it can be terrifying. But on the other side of that fear is something amazing. And you will go through more things. But the thing is in life to not continue the same pattern, continue the same lesson. Okay, I learned that lesson, on to the next. Not being stuck in a perpetual state of hell, because you won't let that go. And I know some of y'all have been with these people 20, 30, 10, 15, 5 years. But I'm going to tell you something that I've learned in my 32 years of living. Time don't mean nothing when it comes to how people treat you. I've met a lot of y'all on the channel. You know, we speak and, you know, we talk on whether it's Instagram, over the phone, or whatever. I met a lot of y'all who have more of my best interests, whether it's emotional, whether it's, you know, support, especially support, than I've gotten from family members and people that I've grown up with, that I've known for years. Time doesn't mean anything. What means the world is somebody's intentions behind what they want in their life and what they want out of your life. Let go of that being familiar, being comfortable, because you could be addicted to chaos. You could be addicted to trauma. You could be addicted to turmoil, because that's what you're based off of, and that's what you're attached to. That's why you attach to that narcissist. You've been conditioned to be traumatized. You take away a great deal of their power by owning up to your trauma and turning around and facing it. Like I tell a lot of people, I ran the streets and all that stuff, woohoo. The most gangster shit I ever did was turn around and face everything that I ever ran from regarding myself. The most gangster thing I ever did was look in the mirror. The most gangster thing I've ever done was saying, hey, you need to fix this. And if you don't, you're an asshole for not fixing it. Because by you not fixing it, you're going to hurt someone else. You're going to you know, get involved with somebody or whatever the case is and not know how to function and do the same thing that the narcissist did to you. You're going to go into a new business situation and sabotage it because you're attached to chaos and you don't know how to function outside of it. Trauma is not your prison. Trauma is not your God. Trauma is not your judge, jury, and executioner. Trauma is what you make it. And if you turn around and face it, it becomes less powerful. Once you start looking in the mirror and you really start looking at trauma and looking at what causes my triggers, am I overreacting? Because a lot of times we'll overreact because we're triggered. Because certain situations, when things happen, old memories that we haven't processed yet, they'll start taking over the situation. The situation can be minute. But because the trauma is unaddressed, it's going to add steroids to that situation and take it way farther than what it needs to go. And it might actually sabotage a good situation, a good job, a good person, whatever it is. Do not let your trauma hold you hostage for the rest of your life. It is possible to beat. You just have to do the work. See, a lot of us, when it comes to doing any kind of work, we want to turn around. When it comes to doing any kind of work, when it comes to having any kind of resistance, we want to run. Because it ain't easy. Because being traumatized and being comfortable is easy. I take that back. I'm not going to say being traumatized is easy. Being comfortable is easy. Doing what's familiar is easy. That's why a lot of people don't change, they don't grow, because it comes with resistance. It comes with accountability. It comes to looking in the mirror at yourself and saying, I have a problem. And I've been the problem in certain situations. I messed this up. A lot of people can't do that. And if you don't develop the ability to do that, you will perish. Whether it's emotionally, physically, mentally, or whatever, because you're never going to be free. You have to own your trauma. Yeah, you're going to have to look in that mirror. You might have to apologize to some people. You might have to go back and fix some shit. But that's what being a man or a woman is, accountability. Because if I see that you're not able to be accountable, I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want to be near you. Because that's going to lead back to my trauma. What happened to me. What I'm working on. You know what I mean? And I got to address something too. Somebody commented, and I'm not picking, I'm just explaining. Somebody said, because I always tell y'all I'm still healing. I'm in the process of healing. And somebody took that as, by me saying I'm still healing, that I still want my ex-narc. It has nothing to do with her. What I mean by I'm still healing is I'm still dealing with what happened to me. I don't give a shit what she's doing. I don't care what she's doing, who she's with, or whatever. But, you know, when you might be out with somebody, or I might be at work or something, and somebody says something, a certain thing, or I see somebody treating somebody else a certain kind of way. That shit still triggers me. And I'm working on it. And I'm also, you know, I'm figuring out who I am. I'm growing. And, you know, I'm trying to push forward. That's what I mean by healing. I'm not still healing doesn't mean you're still sitting around moping and longing for that person. That's over. What I mean is I'm still going through the process of figuring out the best way to get back to normal, the best way to heal, the best way to be accountable, the best way to grow. That's what I mean by still healing. That she has nothing to do with what I got going on at all. I write music about it, but that's because I'm telling my story. But there is no want in my body for that lady. So it is what it is. But anyway, y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you need a one-on-one phone session, the link is in the description. If you want to donate to the channel, the link is also in the description. Also, my new single, Superstition, it is available on the channel on all platforms. Make sure y'all, go check that out. Send it to a friend, share it with somebody. Leave me some feedback because it is available here on the channel, and I just dropped a performance video for it not too long ago. It is available on the channel, so y'all go check that out. Let me know what you think. Run those numbers up. If you need merch, the link is in the description. That's it, man. Take care of yourselves and do some work, but don't just go to work for other people. Come home and do some work on yourself, because you need it and you deserve it. Until next time, another day, another way. You ain't got to listen, but I know you heard me.